My name is Josiah Kilburn, and I aspire to be an entomologist, or more specifically, a myrmecologist, which is an entomologist who studies ants. Entomology, by the way, is the general study of insects, not just ants. Collection, observation, and just general research, I learn more about ants and what makes them important. And I use different tools and methods to do it too. I generally collect most of my ants with an aspirator or other tools and traps, but I've also primarily gotten into photographing ants, which I find great passion in doing. I film ants and other insects all over the US using a camera setup which I purchased, constructed, and even for some parts of it designed myself. And this is what allowed me to get some of the shots that got me into a photography workshop called Bugshot, which is led by some of my favorite insect photographers, and it was going to be hosted in June of 2020. However, like many things this year, COVID kind of put a damper on my plans, and it ended up being postponed a few times. First to the fall, and then to May of 2021. And until further notice, it has been postponed to sometime in 2020. Unfortunately, I do not know when. During this period, I also applied for Ant Course. First, Ant Course 2020, which was supposed to take place in Cambodia. But my parents were a little iffy about me going to Cambodia, so they didn't even want me to go in the first place. When this got canceled, I wasn't as upset. However, I was rather excited to hear that 2020 participants were able to apply for Ant Course 2021 in Vietnam for priority registration, basically. However, it unfortunately ended up getting postponed, ending up being in 2022, and it will be in April of 2022. All this canceling and rearranging of plans actually allowed me to get better at something I wasn't as good at: planning and creating my own trips. I planned not only a trip to Arizona, but I was also able to visit some of my family in College Station, Texas. And I've been looking for ants and plan to look for ants all around the rest of the state over the summer. While it's not necessarily as flashy or glamorous as a professional ant course in Vietnam, I still think that it's a pretty good use of my time for becoming an entomologist. In addition to that, I'm also going to be hosting my entomology club at Entomology 2021 and the Integrated Pest Management Conference in 2022 and other various events around the summer. Be as cool as doing the events right away. The time in between that I have taken to develop my skills before attending the Bugshot Photography Workshop and Ant Course, the course, will help me improve my overall skills in both photography and myrmecology overall, as I will have time to work on things before going into these courses and have a workable base of knowledge to use when I'm actually in the course. Thanks for watching this video. And although it's rather restrictive, I honestly would have preferred to just talk about ants and why they're cool for 3 minutes. I think it's important to cover what happens and ways that we grow, even though it's not as fun or as easy as talking about something I have a vast amount of knowledge on. I'm glad you watched this video, and I hope you at least got some enjoyment out of it. If not, maybe some lesson you could take away. But that's not really what I'm here for, and who knows, maybe I'll make another one of these. It wasn't my favorite project, but it also wasn't the worst one I've ever worked on.